about pretty emails. When we say pretty emails, we mean what we call HTML emails. So emails that aren't just text, emails that have visuals. And I think the example we'll talk about today is the weekly roundup, right? You guys are accustomed to getting the weekly roundup emails. Let me go search one and share my screen. Okay, so the weekly roundups, right? So it's got like a banner header image, a featured image here, a footer image. It's, you know, got like a background color, 2 different tones, white and a grayish one here. So how do we build and send these in high level? Well, first, let's have a discussion about how to build them. And right now, it's pretty hard to build them in high level, to be honest, if you don't know HTML. And we are completely aware of that fact. And we are going to roll out a really nice drag and drop builder, just like the funnel builder that we currently have in the very near future. Why haven't we done it yet? Well, because typically sending HTML emails has been viewed as a bad thing to do for a marketer because it increased the chances of your email ending up in spam. That has changed over time, and you know, people will debate on this. I think Sean still would side on the fact of like, don't just send text. But I think it's pretty safe to send HTML going like the weekly roundup, and I love them. So we're going to talk about how I build them right now. And then again, in the very near future, we're going to roll out our drag and drop email builder that'll make it way easier to do this all right inside of high level. But let's talk about how we can make it happen right now. So let me share my screen again. Oh, let me turn off my waiting room in Zoom for people that jump right in. Okay, cool. How you doing, everybody? So I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to use a third-party email builder, and this one called Stripo.email I really like. They give you like a couple of, you can build up to like, or no, I think it's based on exports. You can export 5 or something per month, or 2 per month or something like that. So I like this one. Their builder's pretty intuitive. A lot of builders are really wonky and difficult to kind of figure out. This one's pretty good. So if I click in here, you could see I already have a template here. But let's see if I can just make a new one from scratch. So I can't. So let me see if I can delete this, and maybe that will give me another one. So can I get another one here? Yes. All right. So when you're coming in scratch, it's going to look like this. And basically, you're just going to start building, right? So they've already given you like some layouts here. I generally just keep it simple. I would delete, how do I would maybe have to delete them section by section or something here, but it took me a little bit to get my bearings in here, and you know, you'll feel it out. But I guess, okay, there's nothing there, so I guess you can't delete it. But basically, you would, you know, drag and drop your images. So let me save this header, right? So first you'd use something like Canva or Photoshop to make your header image. And then you would come in here, click it, and now we can, I guess we can just drag it in. So let me open up my Finder, downloads, header, boom. Oops. I guess you can't just drag it in. I thought it said that you could. One way or another, we'll upload our image here. Okay, so if I click on this, can I do it over here? Where do we upload our image? I'm just going to do this. Blocks, image. Boom. Ah, that's it. So these are like sections you have to drag in a block. And now that I have a block, I can click on it and I can drag in my image here. Great. Okay, boom. And now that I have it, I can move it up, right? No, I need to move the whole section up. So container, yeah. I think I need to figure out how to get rid of these. Maybe I can drag them down to get them out of the way. Well, I don't want you to sit here and watch me fumble around, but it's been a while since I built one from scratch. But basically, you come in here, you'll figure it out. It's pretty intuitive. Once you have one built, you can export it. So that's what I'll show you today. So let's click into one. And then I would use this one over and over again, right? So you basically only need to build it once. And then in high level, we'll talk about this in a second, you can just use it over and over. So once you have one all built out, right? So this looks great, okay. You go export, HTML, and we're gonna click export. So this is gonna download, right? I have one over here called Weekly Roundup. Now, if you just try to open that file, right? So you probably won't be able to see it on my screen because I'm not sharing my whole screen, or maybe I am. Am I? Yeah. So if I just double click this, it's going to open up as a page in a browser, and that's not what we want. So you need to be using a program that will allow you to open up HTML and view it as HTML, not rendered HTML. So in Macs, you can use TextEdit, and there's a setting in there where you have to say you want to be able to view HTML docs as HTML. And once you do that, you can open it up and view the code. Once you get the code, copy it all, and now boom, we're ready to head into high level. Oops. Let's go over here and let me just kill my screen share, make sure I'm sharing the right thing. Okay, so let's say I go into a campaign and I hop into, I'm just gonna hop into an old one here. I would add my email, and then over here we use the source code button. We hit paste, boom, great, there's my beautiful email, right? And now I send out my campaign. Well, now next week, like let's say every week I send the weekly roundup, I just go duplicate this campaign, I come back in, and now I can just click and change the image just by uploading a new image straight into high level. I go edit all my links, right? And I do all that right within high level. So you really only need to use like the third-party builder to build your structure. And then once you have one, you just replicate it, and then you can just edit everything right from within here. Again, we're gonna roll out our really nice new drag and drop email builder soon. That'll just be like funnel builder for emails, which is gonna be great. But until then, just find yourself a good builder like Stripo.email that allows you to export as HTML. And then you just need to figure out which app on your computer you're gonna use to view the HTML as raw HTML so that you can copy it and paste it over here into high level. So that's how I do it. That's how I make the weekly roundups. That's how you can make pretty emails and send them out of high level for clients. Hey, Alex Schlinsky, that is you. And if you're watching and you have a cool builder that you like to use, go ahead and throw it in the comments so we can help each other out until we have our awesome new builder rolled out natively. But I like Stripo.email, even though I haven't built one from scratch for a while and it obviously wasn't as easy as I remember. I do remember it being much easier than a lot of other ones I tried to use. So maybe you guys have some alternatives that you like. But that's generally the process, right? You just need the HTML so that you can throw it into the HTML view, and then bang, you can just use high-level editor features to clone them and edit them. So that's how I do it. Anybody have any questions? Anybody just want to say hi? Oh, looks like chat. When you say that the email builder will be out soon, does that mean weeks, months? I think months. So it's not in the near term as far as I know, but it'll definitely be out before the end of the year, last I heard. hopefully sooner than later. So until then, we have to use a builder like that. But like I said, Stripo's free, so that's nice. You want the hat? The hat is awesome, right? So this is like a prototype one that I got, but hopefully, I think Robin is working on like a high-level store that should be up in the near term where people could go get some high-level swag. But this one came out pretty good, right? Cool. So does anybody have any other cool builders that they like to use that we can recommend? If not, I'll throw the one I use again. It's stripo.email. Oops, that's not it. stripo.email. That's the one I like to use. And then again, once you have your framework, it's pretty easy. I just go replicate all campaigns and then go edit the photos right inside of high level. What do we have here? This isn't a builder, but has a great service to grab content. Tidings.com. You can copy the content into HTML. Cool. Let's see. So could you actually build an email in here? Fastest, easiest way to sell business to send a newsletter. Okay, seems like a builder. It looks like we can build any email template and just copy the toe code over and make our visual changes anytime we want. That's right, exactly. It's more for just the structure, right? Because if you just start building in the native high-level builder, it's like, you know, full width text. And again, if you're not a coder, it'd be hard to build a really nice looking email in the high-level builder as it exists right now. So I like to use something like Stripo to give me a nice framework. And I mean, when you look at the code, it's a lot of code, right? Like if I share my screen again and go back over here, like we're talking about a lot of code that you would have to write to get an email that looks like this. And I mean, this isn't the best way to view it here. If I, again, hop over to the weekly roundup, as it looks in your email client, it looks great, right? So you need all that code to just format something pretty, nice, but nothing crazy, but it still requires a lot of code. So if you don't know how to write it, just use yourself a builder. Once we roll out our builder, it's going to be really awesome to not have to go to another place. Do we have any other questions here? No, I think we're good. All right. Well, if nobody has any other questions, happy Friday, everybody. Hope you had a great week. Hope you've got something fun lined up for the weekend. And I'll see everybody else next week. Have a good one.